he was hurting, couldn't get into his chiropractor. Like
It was a weekend and they were closed. Yeah.
No appointments. And so we decided, let's try it. Let's see what happens. See if it'll work.
Yeah. Proof is in the pudding, you know. It's episode number 1 of Hunt4Wellness. Well, hello and welcome to our debut podcast episode, Hunt4Wellness.
Very exciting.
Hunt4Wellness, what does that mean? Other than our name, John and Kristi Hunt, kind of is in there, but I think it's really more than that. It's kind of got the double meaning of what it takes to pursue health. And really more than that, because wellness, would you say wellness is kind of a broad topic, not just physical?
Yes.
I know that's what you'd say.
Of course, that's what I'd say.
So what is your definition of wellness? Let's start right there.
Feeling fantastic physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually.
Yes.
And I don't think it can't happen. It just doesn't accidentally happen. Like you don't accidentally become a millionaire.
Right.
You know?
Right.
You have to...
Even if you read the book, The Accidental Millionaire, it doesn't work, does it?
No.
Okay.
You have to have action.
Well, and you're involved in Essentialoils411.com, which is part of an essential oils product business, but also really the bulk of the business is talking to people about their wellness, health and wellness journey.
Right.
Right. How long have you been doing that?
10 years.
Wow. That's incredible. And of course, I've been on the journey with her, so I vouch for that accuracy. So, you know, when people, and that's kind of one of the reasons why we wanted to put this podcast together, because people are on a journey and everyone's in a different place and everyone's got a different, some people are more on a physical wellness. They're really focused on that, weight loss, whatever it is. Other people are on an emotional. And I know that you deal with that a lot when you're meeting one-on-one with people. What are some of the emotional wellness issues that people kind of deal with?
Grief, anger, what else? Just
anxiety, right?
Yes.
I mean, that's
anxiety.
a big one. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then let's talk about spiritual too. A lot of times people, we're unabashedly Christian people that know that spiritual is one of those dimensions that people have to have in their life. And oftentimes that's where their wellness is actually hurting. Right?
Right. Yeah. Being connected to God and having a good relationship with God is super important.
Right. And when you get those things in a nice balance, life can be pretty good, can't it?
Yeah.
Even through some of those crazy times like we're dealing with right now.
Yeah. Well, life is never perfect.
Yes,
and we
it
never
isn't.
have a perfect wellness.
Right.
But we're always moving forward, or we can.
Yeah.
We can be moving forward, or we can be moving back. We're never standing still.
Yes.
So.
Well, and so on this show, we're going to share some of our health and wellness journey and our pursuit, because we're on a pursuit, both of us are.
Yes.
We will talk about things that we're running to into life, because every week brings something a little different, right? I mean, you never know what's around the corner and what's happening. So, and as this show evolves, hopefully we'll get some feedback from you on what you like to hear about, but really we're interested in interacting with people on their journeys. That's part of the business side of what we do, is meeting with people one-on-one and discussing their wellness journey. And we'll talk more about that a little bit later. Even simple things like your health and wellness goals.
Right.
We're at the beginning of a new year. People put goals in place, right? A lot of times by the end of January, beginning of February, some of them aren't doing too well, but that's why working with people and helping them, pursue not just this is my 2021 goal, but this is my life goal.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So let's talk about this week and some interesting things that maybe you've run into this week, because I think to keep this thing very topical and current.
Yeah. So I do a raindrop technique, which is 9 essential oils applied to the spine, like dropping like raindrops over the body. Apply it to the feet and the spine to bring balance to the body. And it's like a massage experience. We use light massage techniques, VitaFlex technique, and heat application. So this week, brand new to me, I got to do a raindrop on a dog that wasn't feeling very good. So
wow. Well, I know I've heard that like people do them on horses but let's just step back for a second. Why does the oil go on the spine?
Because the spine is like the nerve highway to the whole body.
Okay.
So all the nerves go through the spine, except obviously the cranial nerves, but they run through the spine. So if we're putting oils along the spine and the feet, the whole body is getting it.
And don't they go in pretty quickly? I mean, because oils, don't they work at the microcellular level or whatever that is?
Well, yeah, plants, oils, essential oils are plants, concentrated plants. They've been distilled according to research and the right temperature and etc. And then they come out of the distiller. On the top is like the cream and the bottom is the floral water. The top is the essential oil. So that essential oil is taken. It's plants. Yeah. We're made to eat plants. We assimilate plants very easily. Yeah. So our body takes in plants very easily. Every plant has many actions and uses. So it's not like one plant does only one thing.
Right. Well, and also the essential oil is kind of like the immune system of the plant, right? Yes. That's like when you think about like an orange. You're not thinking about the orange juice. The essential oils actually comes out of like the rind, and that helps protect the orange when it's on the tree.
Right.
Wow. Okay, so when you do a dog, I mean, are you putting the oils on the dog's spine too, or how did you do this? Describe the experience.
Yeah. So, what a nice dog! It was so nice.
It didn't sit there and try to bite you because
No, the dog was an amazing dog. So I just put it right over the fur, and from the rump to the neck, and just dripped the oils as it was laying down, and then just rubbed it up the spine, and then did the next oil and the next oil. It was my first time, so
what dog wouldn't love being pet, like that too? It's almost that plus the combination of the oils. Well, what kind of oils are in that raindrop technique?
So Valor for balancing, that's a blend to balance, and then oregano, thyme, basil, marjoram, cypress, wintergreen, peppermint. Yeah. I did not do aroma seeds. So
this raindrop technique was perfected, basically created by Gary Young,
right?
From Young Living Essential Oils, which essentialoils411.com and Hunt4Wellness.com that we have this podcast on. We are big believers in that, and so. Do you want to hone in maybe on one or two of those oils and kind of describe how they can really benefit you?
So, I love Valor so much. That's my favorite
That's a great oil.
It's a balancing oil. It has frankincense, rosewood. Those are the only ones I can think of right now. But the idea is to bring balance to the body physically and emotionally. So another nickname of it is chiropractor in a bottle. Yeah. And actually, the first time I did a raindrop was on John.
Yeah. Loved it.
He was hurting. Couldn't get into his chiropractor. It
was a weekend, and they were closed.
No appointments. And so we decided, let's try it. Let's see what happens. See if it'll work.
Yeah. Proof is in the pudding,
So he's laying in the bed, and I put it on his feet. I put it on his spine according to the directions, and gave him a hot pack after.
Yeah.
And woke up in the morning and
felt incredible. And what's kind of interesting about the raindrop technique, I think when we think about massages, we think about people are like, cranking on which that all feels good. Yeah. And regular massage is great. This is not a massage. This is a technique.
Right.
And I felt great. The other thing,
you didn't need to go to the chiropractor.
I didn't. No. I ended up canceling, when they called on Monday to say, no, I'm fine now. It's good.
Yeah.
The other thing.
You were really hurting.
I was. It was the lower back thing,
It wasn't
and
just a little.
No.
It was a lot of discomfort.
The interesting thing, too, what I found, because we've done many raindrop techniques, is that it helps you sleep incredibly. So if you do a raindrop technique, schedule it later in the day so you can just float off into great sleep.
It really doesn't matter what time of day you do it, though. But Gary Young really wanted everyone to be able to do a raindrop technique. So I do classes and teach people how to do the raindrop on their own family members. Yes. But
you don't need to be licensed or anything.
No.
You just need to have what's nice, too, in the Young Living kit, they have the oils, all the oils you need, but they also have the DVD and the instructions on how to do it, so you can actually do it on each other.
Right.
Which is great.
So John's done raindrops on me. I've done them on him. I do them for other people too, because they say no one will do it for me at my house. So will you
in the
do
Twin
it?
Cities area, right?
Yeah.
But it's really designed for you to be able, and you can also do like mini raindrop or raindrop, like a foot raindrop.
Right.
Not do it all on the spine and go through all that. You just get some getting the oils in your system is really the key, right?
With the VitaFlex technique.
Yeah.
So I know when I've been sick and my kid has been sick, we'll just sit in the bathroom. I'll do it on her feet and then do it on her foot, then my foot, then her foot, then my foot, and then I'll just do her back. Obviously, I can't do my own back, but we've done that.
Right.
We've gone to bed, wake up in the morning, and we both feel better.
Yeah.
So you do need to drink a lot of water, though, because the oils release the toxins that are in the body, and you want to get rid of those toxins and not keep them in.
Right.
So drink a lot of water to flush the system.
Absolutely. And, again, the raindrop technique is just one of the many things that are offered through when you contact us for a one-on-one consultation. The consultation is free.
Yeah.
And we, because it's really an education-based business and very customized. So in that first session, if you're meeting with someone, what kinds of things are you even asking them? Because you either meet on Zoom or by phone. I mean, not everybody can meet in person. And, with the pandemic, very few people are meeting in person.
Right.
So what kind of things do you go through on that initial one-on-one?
Asking people, what is their top health goal?
Yeah.
What do they want to accomplish? And sometimes it's not just them. Sometimes it's their kids or family members that they want to help.
Right. They're doing it on behalf of someone because that person, I don't want to go talk to any person.
It could be a kid that,
right.
The kid's not going to meet with me.
Right.
But so then we try to figure out what is the best thing for them in their budget and their time and all those things.
Yeah, and it's great. Like one size does not fit all. I even know with just essential oils in general. There's some essential oils I can't stand and other people love, and there's other ones I love that they can, and so there's hundreds of them, so it's trying to find the right thing that works specifically for you and what your body responds to as well.
Yeah. It's definitely a learning process. And it's easy and it's fun to learn.
Right.
And you just learn bit by bit of what you need at the time and go from there. So it's not like a study course. I've got to really study up before I can use the oils. Right. No. I mean, it's an experience.
Well, the interesting thing, too, is as maybe we're out of town and we run into somebody and you have an oil in your purse and they're dealing with something, and sometimes you just put the oil on someone and they have an instant response. It's really kind of interesting.
It's very fun.
It's fun to see people go, oh, I can't believe what that just did to me. I can breathe now, or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And it's a real, it's a fun experience, and it's all natural.
Yes.
There's no toxins, there's no chemicals, and that's really, I think, as part of this Hunt for Wellness that we're looking at, is how can we do this in a natural, non-toxic way? Because there's so many chemicals out there and so many, everything.
There's even chemicals in many essential oils.
Yeah, from other places, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Like if you go to certain stores where you buy food or you buy other things, they might have essential oils at the checkout and they're $5 or whatever. Those are not clean, pure essential oils. One thing that's unique about Young Living is they have the seed to seal promise, which is choosing the right seed, an organic seed, cultivating it organically, harvesting at the right time according to research, distilling it at the right time and according to research how long, what usually low temperature, and they really check out how long each plant needs to be distilled. Then testing it by Young Living and third parties are testing it. They're testing for any chemicals that might have come into the environment or any pesticides or herbicides. They don't use traditional pesticides or herbicides. They do hand weeding, and they might use other essential oils to stop herbs or other plants from infringing. And so most people or most essential oils have solvents in them because the solvents make it easier to extract an essential oil, but that is very toxic. So if they used a solvent, then your solvent is in your essential oil, then you're putting a solvent on your body, which is horrible. Like if you're looking at lemon from a regular store and it says flammable, that's
there. Warning.
or you can't take it internally.
Yeah.
Why can't you take a lemon internally?
Well, would they also call those natural or organic? Because
they could, because there's really not. It's not regulated.
It's not regulated. Yeah. So how you get the oils is almost as important as which ones you use, and you can do a lot of research on your own. But I would encourage people to take the 15 minutes or 20 minutes that a first one-on-one discovery call would work.
Yeah.
And you can do that by going Hunt4Wellness.com and very easily find out how you just schedule that. It can be phone, it can be Zoom, it can be whatever communication way that you want.
Right.
And and still do old-fashioned meet in person too if you're in the Twin Cities area or when you're traveling.
Which is I prefer. It's fun because we can. I got a lot of oils here. You can check out and smell and try it on yourself.
It's the experience that's part of that too. So we talked about the raindrop technique. There's much more to that too as well. So we're not going to dig into that. But before we go, let's talk a little bit about this one-on-one that people can connect with, and also just like, how about you? Do you have health goals?
Of course I do.
Oh, of course you do. Yeah, you better, or else, right? So let's talk about your health goals for what are you pursuing right now?
Well, can I just say I've had a passion for health since I was young.
Yes.
And when I was like 4, I decided I wanted to be a nurse. I'm going to be a nurse. So I became a nurse and then eventually a nurse practitioner. Then I had a bunch of kids and wanted to homeschool them. So I quit working like that and just finished 19 years of homeschooling.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
It's a big deal.
It is a big deal.
They actually turned out pretty good too, didn't they? Yeah.
They're great.
Yeah.
I love my kids. It doesn't everybody.
That's good. I hope so.
They're great kids.
Yeah, that's part of the journey
they really
too.
Are. And you know what? They're well educated.
Yeah.
Even despite all my mistakes and all the issues and learning, and they learned how to learn, which is the most important thing.
That's really important.
I'm super grateful for that.
Well, and I think your passion for education comes through in the Essential Oils 411 business because you do weekly classes, you do these one-on-ones, you do a lot of personalized education, and most of it doesn't cost anything.
Right.
The education comes along with getting the product. So it's not like, this is a big consulting practice where you're charging people $400 an hour to talk to them. When you talk to people, that doesn't cost anything.
No.
What will cost them is buying the products that are going to help them.
Right.
But that comes down later in the line. It's like, come and learn first.
Right. Learn how things work and how they can work for you to meet your goals.
Yeah, absolutely.
And what you want to accomplish.
So what are your goals?
So my current goal is to get my hips into a good function. So I mean, I'm working, I'm walking, I'm working out, but I've got some restrictions that.
How far back do you think that issue started?
A few years, actually.
Yeah.
So.
And were you at that time like in a lot of pain, or what? What was
like pain would come and go, and I've had various help with it. Mm-hmm. I've seen the chiropractor. I've done field control therapy, and all of it's helped.
Yeah.
You know, I see 2 different kinds of chiropractors.
Yeah.
And they've been wonderful and they've been helpful, but it hasn't solved my problem.
Yeah.
Until I got in contact with Tim Borowski.
Yes.
Doing myokinesthetics.
We could probably do a whole show on that. And maybe we will. Maybe we'll bring him on and talk about it, because it's very unique. There's not a lot of people that do it.
No. He's the only person in Minnesota that does it.
Wow.
He's in Burnsville.
Wow.
And a friend of mine shared him with me, told me about him. And the first reason was to help my mom, because she was having a lot of pain.
Yeah.
And
she had hip surgery.
Yes. So he is helping her. She is out of pain. She is progressing. Of course, it's never as fast as you want it to go. You want it to be better like that. But I'm seeing improvement, and my mom is seeing improvement. So it's exciting. It's focusing on the nerves and reactivating the nerves that are not functioning like they're supposed to. Right. So, and helping them to get back into really good function.
Yeah, well, great. Well, maybe on the next episode, we'll talk about my health goals too. Yeah. We'd like to hear about your health goals. That's part of that one-on-one consultation that you can get over at Hunt4Wellness.com. It's HUNT, the letter 4, or the number 4, and wellness.com. You'll see right on the homepage how you can get scheduled. You can actually go right on the calendar and schedule something that works for you. Again, there's no obligation, there's no cost or anything like that. And ultimately, we believe that driving education, that's why we're trying to do this show as we go through the various episodes. We want to add massive value to people's lives and go on the journey with us, because we're on the journey, just like you're on the journey. And I think you'll be able to really maybe take that next step. We can't always get down where we want to be, a ways away like tomorrow. But we can at least take the next step.
We can take the next step.
And that's really...
1% improvement.
Yes. Yeah. Well, we'll talk about that on another that James Clear book, which we've been reading through, which is awesome too. So we have a lot to share, don't we? And but we'll do that on this episode, on future episodes, and on this show going forward. So again, go over to Hunt4Wellness.com. Check out anything you want on the site as far as getting a one-on-one consultation. EssentialOils411.com is your site. You can find out about current classes that are happening. There's weekly classes. So there's a lot of educational opportunities to learn about these natural, non-toxic ways to pursue a healthy, wealthy, and wise, it sounds like something Ben Franklin would say, life, right?
Yes.
All right. So there it is. That's episode 1 of Hunt for Wellness.
Thanks.